in the words of Zach Fox, R.I.P. Garp. Not for now, but for when, because I know it's coming later. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fox back in the house. Happy New Year's. At the time I'm recording this, I think it's like January 2nd or whatever, so it's whatever. Happy New Year's. A lot of things have happened, just but I have determined to get back in the swing of things for both my channels. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, keep things rocking and rolling. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's been on my mind since it came out. So if you don't know, I read and watch One Piece, mostly read it. So I'm currently up to date, been up to date for a while. The newest chapter is out, not officially. Like if you go to Shonen Jump or Viz, the chapter's not there. It won't be out till like this Sunday at the time I'm recording, but it dropped early, so sail the 7 seas if you must. These like the rest of us do. Yar, mateys. But at the end of chapter 1071, something happens that caught my attention, and it threw up a lot of flags for me. And that would be the fact that at the end of 1071, Garp shows up, and as you know, if you've been keeping up to date, spoilers if you haven't, Kobe has been kidnapped by Blackbeard. This happened when Blackbeard went to Hancock's Island, tried to steal her devil fruit. Rayleigh showed up, ended everything, but at the end of that chapter, somehow Kobe ends up being kidnapped by Blackbeard. Was it intentional? I think so. There might be a video for another day. But either way it goes, he ends up aboard Blackbeard's ship. Helmeppo and other members are upset. There's another member we get introduced to. I can't remember her name. I'll try and throw her picture up or whatever. But they're talking to the head of G4, and they're like, "Yo, we got to go get Kobe back." And the boss is like, "No, we can't just roll up to a Yonko's place and just demand. We have to, you have to go through. This is an organization still. They may do what they want, but they're still a military organization. They're like, we have to go to the channels, and even then, no, it's not happening. Just go back to work," which they can't. So, couple chapters later, we bring up on that point. Garp apparently got word, and he's like, "Yo, Helmeppo," and the new character's like, "Yo, hop on the ship. Let's go. We're gonna go get Kobe back now." That's where the end. That's how that chapter ends. Now, for me, I'm like, you're gonna go to Blackbeard's island, the Hachinosu, pirate island, beehive, and just walk up. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me preface this by saying, I respect Garp as a character. He is definitely still a powerhouse in his own right. He is the hero of the Navy. He fought by Roger when they took down Rox D Zebek, however it's pronounced when we officially hear it in the anime or what. Actually, I have to go back. They did say it in one episode, but I have to go back and see how it's pronounced, how they say it. But no disrespect to Garp, but also no disrespect to Blackbeard. But I don't like Blackbeard as not as a character, but as I just don't like him. He's the antagonist. He got Ace killed. He rolled up and killed Whitebeard in a very nefarious way. No respect, no admiration at all, just pure disrespect. But either way it goes, whether you like Blackbeard or you dislike him, he is still considered a Yonko. He may have the lowest bounty of them all right now, but he still has 2 devil fruits. He commands the Yami Yami no Mi and the Gura Gura no Mi, or the Darkness fruit and the Quake Quake fruit. Now, how efficient he's gotten with the Quake Quake fruit, and since the 2 years that it's been taken, we don't really officially know. But if that fight that he had with Law is any indication, he's getting better with it as time progresses, and all that. And on top of that, Blackbeard doesn't play fair. Obviously, he will use any means necessary to achieve his goals. Now, also, he's a coward. I wouldn't say coward by nature, but he's, if he senses he's in danger and he can't win, he will, take a bow and bounce. That hence his whole thing when Rayleigh showed up, hence his whole thing with Shanks pulled up at Marineford and all that. But either way it goes, for Garp to roll up to not even just a Yonko, this is Blackbeard. If it was Kaido, Big Mom, or even Shanks, I'd be like, you have like a good, I'd give Garp a good solid maybe like 65% chance of coming out on top, if it's just, you know, to take Kobe back and go home, not like completely destroy and KO them or whatever. But we're talking about Blackbeard. On top of that, he had, you know, he's gonna, if it gets to a point where he's like, I can't win this, but I'll have to, you know, get my crew involved, he will. And on top of that, you're rolling up to his house. This isn't a situation like we're at Amazon Lily. He's like, you know, I'm not at home right now. I'm on foreign soil, and you know, I don't really technically have the best advantage right now. Even though he had Boa dead to rights, if Rayleigh didn't show up, there's a big possible chance Boa might not have made it out. Because Katarina Devon was ready, like, yo, it's like, I want to kill her, and he was like, you can do whatever you want after I take her devil fruit, but you know, until then she lives. Then, you know, we don't know how that process works. But, and again, I'm not trying to disrespect Garp. Again, this is Monkey D. Garp, the father of Monkey D. Dragon, the grandfather of Monkey D. Luffy, both who are very notorious. One is a notorious pirate, one is the most wanted man alive. Obviously, you know, side note, is this still true? Is Dragon still considered the most wanted man alive, or the most dangerous man alive? Fact check me on that. But still. And, you know, he's Garp the Fist, Garp the Hero. Garp is, I think, 78 years old. I think he's the same age as Rayleigh. You know what? I'll have to check that. I'll check it later. But it's still, I'm, like I said, I'm trying to do this without making it seem like I think like Garp would get one shot by Blackbeard. I don't think that would happen by any means. But I also don't think that Blackbeard is gonna get one shotted by Garp either, because either way it goes, remember when he fought Ace? And this is just when he just had the yami, you know what I mean? And he grabbed Ace and, you know, smacked him. Ace admitted, he was like, yo, that punch damn near broke my neck. And the same thing when he fought Luffy and impaled down. You know, he grabbed him and he turned off Luffy's devil fruit power, and he slammed him against the ground. Luffy looked like he was about to die. He was like, yo, that shouldn't have fucking hurt. So even though his devil fruit makes him feel pain more intensely, that doesn't mean he takes damage more intensely. It's just like, you know, if you feel pain from getting a shot, or, you know, from like a tattoo or something, double that for Blackbeard. Doesn't mean he's gonna, you know, tap out quicker. It just means he's feeling it a lot more than you are. So he's definitely a, you know, tanky character. He's taking some shots. Now, how many shots of Garp could he take full blast? I would say not too many. But to say that Garp could just, you know, full power 100% hit him and Blackbeard out, I think that is not the case. Especially now, 2 years, Blackbeard hasn't been lazing around, just not doing anything, just chilling on Hachinosu, just, you know, drinking and partying. He does that a lot. Don't get me wrong, he still does that a lot, but he's also been out, and I do think he's been doing not the most maximum amount of training he could be doing, but I still think he's been training a little bit with the fruit, on top of hunting down other powerful devil fruits and giving it to his crews, because it seems like with his fight from Law that it was kind of confirmed that each one of the 10 Titanic captains has a devil fruit. So we know Burgess has one. We know Lafitte has one. We know Doc Q and Stronger have one. We know Augur has one. We do know that Katarina Devon and Shiryu have one. Katarina, to boot, has a mythical fruit, you know, Mono Kitsune and all that. So I'm actually really interested in if you know, if you can tell me why I'd be interested in the mythical devil fruit, nine-tailed fox. I'll let you guess why I might be interested in that fruit. I don't like the user that has it though, but you know, it's just me. But I mean, how would a fight between Garp and Blackbeard actually go? If, you know, let's just set the stage, it happens to be one-on-one, and they go at it. I think at the end of the day, if no one interrupted and Blackbeard had no escape routes, I do think Garp would come out on top because Blackbeard seems to be a melee fighter, even though he does have long range capabilities with now the Guru no Mi. But either way it goes, he likes to fight up close and personal. He did it with Ace, he did it with Luffy, except for when he killed Blackbeard. But he gunned him down. Blackbeard was already pretty much like he was walking into the great beyond right then and there. So I mean, they don't really count as a fight. But except for this fight with Law, and even then he still tried it, but he was a little bit more long distance with Law, but that's kind of because he had to, because he was trying to stay out, because he apparently he knew Law's capabilities to a certain extent, not completely, not fully, but he did know that okay, if I get in close and I get in this room with his, I'm probably not gonna be at the best advantage here, so I probably should keep my distance. But for the most part, he's a close range melee fighter. Even when he got shot as a kid, he had those claws that he carried. Those still require you to be very up close and personal. Yeah, that's probably how Shanks got his scar, more than likely. But we'll find that. Hopefully, we'll find that out later in the series. But I'm just saying, Garp rolling up to Hachinosu, I don't think Garp will necessarily die right then and there, but I definitely think it's setting up something for later. Like maybe Garp rolls up there, him and his right hand man, and they they manage to free Kobe. Kobe manages to get free, because also you got to remember, actually no, we do not know who is at it. When Garp rolls up there, we don't know who's already chilling, because technically this might be going on while Blackbeard is still fighting Law or whatever. But again, one of his captains, Van Augur, has the warp fruit, so he might be able to teleport there in the instant. We don't know the extent of that fruit. We really don't even know, like, we know maybe like the basic ability of it, but we don't know its truest extent and all that. I'm hoping his fruit works like it does in Jumper. If you ever seen that movie, the movie's kind of dope. I wish they'd make a second one, but that's just me. But yeah, so there might be a case where Garp rolls up and Blackbeard's not even there. It just might be his regular captains now. Do I think now the other 10 Titanic captains, with the exception of maybe Aokiji, I think Garp would pretty much wipe the floor with them anytime of the week. If they all ganged up on him, more problems. He could probably pull it off just barely. And the reason I say Aokiji, I don't think Aokiji is truly on Blackbeard's side. I refuse to believe that Handsome Man is really siding with Blackbeard on anything. I think he's a double agent for S.H.I.E.L.D., or maybe he's a triple agent. He's doing stuff on his own. But I think if Aokiji is there and Garp rolls up, I feel like he'll take a dive. I don't think he would fight Garp like too seriously. He make it look good, but he's like, I'm not. He's like, this Garp, I'm not gonna do this. And again, he might be a double agent for Sword. So I'm not even really worried about Aokiji or anything like that. Only one that would probably worry me the most if Blackbeard wasn't there would probably be Shiryu. That's only because he likes to stab people in the back. He is not an honorable swordsman at all. He's just like, I like killing things, so I'm gonna kill it. So there's that. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think. Do you think Garp is gonna make it? Okay, still tell me in the comments what you think is gonna happen. Now, granted, Oda does not. It's not that he doesn't like killing characters off. It's more so, it's like, if he's going to do it, he's going to make sure it's very impactful. Because I don't know how new readers feel about Ace and the whole, his thing. I guess I won't spoil that. But when it happened, for long-time readers and watcher, that one hurt. That one hurt like a lot. So Oda definitely doesn't like to waste those moments with character deaths. It's like, if I'm gonna give you a death, it's gonna be important and it's gonna be impactful, but it's going to make sure that the story goes on in not more believable way, but I guess I'm reiterating myself, impactful way, because the thing with Ace, it spurred Luffy to be like, I gotta stop and get stronger. Otherwise, it won't be just Ace this time. It'll be my whole crew, and we can't have that. No, that is the crew. That's the familia. You know, ride together. We find the One Piece together. So that's what that's on. But like I said, I don't think Garp is gonna kick the bucket right then and there when he makes it to Blackbeard's Island. But to think that he's gonna come out unscathed, or maybe even capture it himself for a bigger setup later, I think you know, I just think that's not the right way of thinking. Now, granted, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, so be it. But I just wanted to make this video in the words of Zach Fox, R.I.P. Garp, not for now, but for when, because I know it's coming later. R.I.P. Betty White. But yeah, so I'm just saying, we'll see. Tell me what you guys think below in the comments. When the chapters start coming out, you know, regularly again, I'm gonna make it so that I won't do a review for chapter 1071. I'm gonna do a review for chapter 1072, and then we're gonna try and make it a regular thing on top of other things I want to talk about. So I appreciate you guys coming in. Again, Happy New Year's, or whatever you celebrate. Well, it doesn't matter. It's a New Year's. 2023. Let's make 2023 better than 2021 and 2022, because both of those years, besides 2022 with the, you know, I'm gonna tell y'all this, but you know, 2022, I became a father. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's about the only good part of 2022 for me. Other than that, 2020, 2021, 2022 sucked. I hate them. I don't want to think about them. But new year, as cliche, new me, new things are happening. So let's make sure this year is the best. So with all that being said, it's your boy Fox.